Welcome to the third annual Pokemon Awards, the show that celebrates everything this franchise and community had to offer over the last year. I'm your host, Ron Sroor, and thank you once again for tuning into this marvelous celebration. Last year's show was bigger than the first year, and it only gets grander, because for the first time ever, we've surpassed 10,000 votes for the upcoming winners. I'm incredibly happy that we could produce another year's worth of awards to celebrate what was a relatively hopeful year for Pokemon. We saw the most extensive DLCs in the franchise and one of the most well-received announcements for any upcoming Pokemon game. Fans have only gotten wilder with their art, content, and creations, so there's a lot to honor, despite the lack of any new game this year. Now, a few months ago, I posted a survey on YouTube and Twitter, as well as asked a bunch of Pokemon creators to help me create nominees for 20 different categories, like Cutest Pokemon of the Year, Rising Poketuber of the Year, and Challenge Video of the Year. We basically found out which Pokemon, games, episodes, cards, characters, or videos were extremely relevant over the last year and confirmed our nominees. Then I released a final poll to decide the winners of each category. So thank you guys for voting, and thank you to all the wonderful creators who will help present the winners today. I want to stress that a Pokemon character or video wasn't nominated if they weren't relevant in any sort of Pokemon related media over the 365 days between last year's show and this one. So we're looking at everything between March 2023 and March 2024, when the poll was sent out to you guys to vote on. Anything relevant after March will be counted for next year's show. But that can only happen if you leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with the world. With your polite feedback, I'm sure we can make next year's show even better. Make sure to stay till the end of the video where we announce categories you've all been waiting for, like the prestigious Pokemon of the Year. Let's begin our show with a fan favorite to introduce Video Game Character of the Year. Here's Loxton.
As each generation passes, Pokemon characters become more and more prominent. Gen 9's ever-expanding story has given us some of the most three-dimensional characters in the franchise. But will the new characters introduced in the DLC come out on top, or did fans gravitate to the cast of returning characters from the main story? The nominees for Video Game Character of the Year are Lacey, Kieran, Carmine, Drayton, Perrin, Arvin, Nimona, Penny. And the Video Game Character of the Year is Kieran! Yes! And of course I looked into the etymology of all of these names, and Kieran is Gaelic in origin. The name means little dark one, or black-haired, both perfectly fitting of this young little black-haired boy that captured the oh-so-edgy hearts of the fandom.
To shine a light on this year's Shiny Pokemon of the Year, give a warm welcome to Patters.
Shiny Pokemon are the backbone of entire niches within our community. They are a beacon of individuality. Whatever that means, I don't know, I'm just reading the words that Ron wrote for me. I've spent countless hours of my life, alone, in my room, hunting for these alternately colored Ron, why are you making me read this out? What? Anyway, here are the nominees for Shiny Pokemon of the Year. Iron Leaves, Diplin, Caridon, Archaludon, Terapagos, Gouging Fire. And the Shiny Pokemon of the Year is Caridon. Okay, I get it. It makes sense. Everybody likes a good black shiny. There was some fierce competition this year, but really, when you look at Caridon shiny form, you just think, wow, I really wish we could get this somehow.
Let's appropriately follow that up with Shiny Reaction of the Year. Considering PM7 facilitated a bunch of this year's best Shiny reactions, say hi to John.
Shiny Pokemon are truly magical. The rarity of these incredible Pokemon has motivated countless fans to hunt for them in plenty of different games using a ton of different shiny hunting methods. Finding a shiny Pokemon is one of the most exciting things you can do in a Pokemon game, and what makes a truly special reaction can either be how long or difficult it was to find the shiny Pokemon, or just the general reaction itself and how excited the person was to find it. Here are the nominees for Shiny Reaction of the Year. Reversal's 4-year-long Shiny Feebas Hunt.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, he's here!
HDV's full odd shiny Poiple in only 11 encounters.
I see. Erica. No way! No way! No way! 11 encounters! Are you mad? Are you mad? Nah. There's no way.
Party Arlie's shiny Heracross.
The plan is to stream on Thursday and Sunday. We'll see! That was a shiny female alpha Heracross! This ain't gonna catch, but we could try.
Chem Nation's shiny Kyurem.
One of these days, I'm gonna have a shiny reaction where I just don't react to the shiny at all.
A few moments later.
That's the shiny Kyurem on the screen! What the heck? I mean... Okay.
Scarecrow Sketch predicts shiny Lugia.
No Boltund. No Crustle. No Persian. Look at this pink Lugia.
Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Yes!
Shepherd 922's back-to-back full odd shiny Torkoal and Numel in a row.
Shiny Torkoal, let's go! Oh, okay, hold on. Lonely. Alright, let's get the 2 in a row. 2 shinies in a row.
Hoodlum Callum steals his wife's shiny Mewtwo.
I got the shiny Mewtwo!
Did you really? No!
I got the shiny Mewtwo!
No way! The first one you did!
Oh my god!
Since the beginning of the event, Okami Sky had been doing Dynamax adventures, hoping to get just one shiny legendary, and her husband got shiny Mewtwo on his very first attempt. Hatters doesn't know what a shiny Remoraid looks like.
What does shiny Remoraid look like? Am I missing it?
Purple.
Oh, I love purple.
_PTRZ shiny _.
Yo, Traveler, thank you so much for 14 months. Oh, it's gonna say that so much.
Oh,
I got shiny Remoraid. I got shiny Remoraid. Woo!
Oh my god!
I didn't even realize.
And the shiny reaction of the year is... Reversal shiny Feebas. That was what I was hoping it would be. That was one of the most exciting things. Just as a Pokemon fan, I had seen that man going for that shiny for so long.
I just got word that we won Shiny Reaction of the Year. Thank you so much, everybody, for voting. If you're watching this, thank you so much if you did. 4 years is way too long to dedicate towards any Shinion, so please don't ever do that. Don't be like me. It's not worth it. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never done. This is first award I've ever won in my life. Thank you.
And I'm hopeful the next hunt he goes on doesn't take 4 years. But if it does, I'll be ready to watch the reaction.
To introduce the cutest Pokemon of the year, here's the lovely Lucy, Candy Eevee.
The number one aspect of Pokemon that immediately draws in fans is the prospect of befriending these adorable monsters as they grow and evolve. Cute Pokemon are so important, in fact, that it's the most voted category in this show. We just like cute little guys! Let's see which of these sweet and often tiny Pokemon have brought us the most amount of joy over the past year. The nominees for cutest Pokemon are... Diplin, Pecharunt, Terrapagos, Ogerpon, Sinistcha, and Sprigatito. And the cutest Pokemon of the year is... Ogerpon! I am not at all surprised. She is a little cutie. I remember when Ogerpon was first revealed, it almost had this sort of sinister look to it, but it just ended up being this little guy. Well deserved.
To highlight this year's Pokemon Card of the Year, Real Breaking Nate breaks and enters into this award show.
Pokemon cards are one of the most tangible ways to experience Pokemon. Whether it be for market value or the breathtaking artwork, some Pokemon cards have gained attention from fans all around the world, myself included. And over the past few years, the cards have only become more and more elaborate and praiseworthy. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Card of the Year. Shiny Palafin, Scizor, Mewtwo, Minior, Charmander, Gardevoir EX, Giovanni's Charisma, Groudon, Poliwhirl, and Roaring Moon EX. And the Pokemon Card of the Year goes to Shiny Palafin! I mean, Shiny Palafin is a great one-prize attacker, and being up against such strong nominees like Mewtwo, Roaring Moon EX, I think says a lot about Palafin. I mean, after all, it literally is the only Pokemon that can go from 0 to hero.
To begin the competitive section of our show, I can think of no better presenter than Cybertron VGC to give us the scoop on our Pokemon Move of the Year.
Pokemon moves are literally how Pokemon is played. I don't need to tell you that. But take it from me, some Pokemon moves, for better or for worse, are far more memorable than others. Moves like Will-O-Wisp, for example. Whether it be for their brilliant move animations, their usefulness in competitive battling, or their ability to just outright hit their opponents, the following moves have made a giga impact on our lives. The nominees for Move of the Year are Ivy Cudgel, Fickle Beam, Terra Starstorm, Make It Rain, Knockoff, Ice Spinner, Wicked Blow, and Expanding Force. And the winner for Move of the Year is Ivy Cudgel. Congratulations to Ivy Cudgel and Ogerpon. I'm not surprised to see this win. Of course, this is one of the brand new moves introduced in Scarlet and Violet. Ogerpon is one of the best Pokemon introduced in Scarlet and Violet as well, and in competitive battles, it is super relevant. All the 4 different Ogerpon forms have been very viable in competitive play, and Ivy Cudgel is just a remarkably consistent attack, and its ability to land increased critical hits is also phenomenal. So a huge congratulations to Ivy Cudgel for winning Move of the Year.
Considering Pokemon abilities are next, I think it's time to bring out the queen of casting herself, Necra.
Pokemon abilities have become one of the most important aspects of Pokemon battles since their introduction decades ago. A good ability can make a huge difference in terms of a Pokemon's competitive viability. Sometimes a new ability allows for a new Pokemon to really shake up the meta, while an old ability helps to fill a niche and to give some relevance to a more familiar face. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Ability of the Year. Embody Aspect, Intimidate, Unseen Fist, Protosynthesis, Poison Puppeteer, Good as Gold, Regenerator, Mind's Eye, and the ability of the year is Intimidate! Congratulations, Intimidate, for claiming the title of Best Pokemon Ability of the Year for a second time. Makes a lot of sense when you take a look at how well Intimidate as an ability is able to keep physical attackers in check, and doesn't hurt that it's on a really good competitive Pokemon like Incineroar.
And to finally introduce the competitive Pokemon of the Year, please welcome Pokemon World Champion Wolfie.
Perhaps the most integral aspect of this franchise is the opportunity to train an infinite number of teams. But every year, a few Pokemon shine above the rest and become a staple to many parties. Whether that be an underdog who miraculously counters a powerhouse, a Pokemon that wields an incredibly unique skill, or a Pokemon with just the right combination of factors that it can succeed in the ever-growing, ever-changing metagame. Here are the nominees for Competitive Pokemon of the Year. Fluttermane, Incineroar, Urshifu, Ogerpon, Raging Bolt, Goldengo, Tornadus, Iron Hands. And the Competitive Pokemon of the Year is Fluttermane. Congratulations. I mean, listen, we all know that Fluttermane is one of the single strongest Pokemon to come out of Scarlet and Violet, and I think it is very deserving of Competitive Pokemon of the Year. It dominated across multiple formats, and despite the fact that it was the #1 Pokemon for most of the year, still wasn't that easy to counter. It still ended up coming out on top and winning the World Championships. Very well deserved, and congratulations to Fluttermane.
Which Pokemon Challenge video will win an award this year? How about the hardcore Nuzlocker himself lets us know? Say hi to Flygon HG.
Pokemon Challenges has quickly become the most popular genre in our community. This exciting medium has allowed us to test the limits of this video game franchise in ways that surpass the previous year's nominees. This category features YouTubers and streamers trying to successfully complete a Pokemon game under certain conditions. So, here are the nominees for Pokemon Challenge Video of the Year. 24 hours to catch every Gen 1 shiny Pokemon by PM7.
Commentating and shinies. That's all I need. It's a little early. Whoa! Shiny! Shiny Kabuto! Shiny Kabuto! Shiny Kabuto!
Hey!
Let's go!
Prop Hunt in Pokemon by Purple Cliff.
I'm on the move.
Just look for a Sobble waddling.
No.
Okay.
Wait a minute! Why is this Sobble in the middle of this field? I got her!
Oh my god, it's so scary. There's a Rayquaza coming at you. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Pokemon, but I added 50 plus new types by Alpharad.
Okay, what is the leap though? Sus? Why is he sus? What did he do? What is sus weak to? Space? Sus is weak to space! You launched him out into space! That's it! Oh my god, this works!
Can you beat the hardest Pokemon escape room by Asteroid Videos?
I made 4 rooms that get increasingly more difficult, and whichever team has the fastest overall time wins.
Just checking in the bag.
Okay.
To revive it.
That would probably get us cut, right?
Okay, he's 1 HP. Can we shake the trees? Can we do headbutt or something? So growl, faint, scratch, payday.
I obtained every medal in Pokemon Black 2 by Johnstone.
The next 4 medals required me to participate in link battles, and since I didn't have to win them, I joined and forfeited 100 battles for 2 hours straight, which isn't exactly fun, but unfortunately it needed to be done.
I paid modders to make Pokemon as hard as possible by Pichal.
Nugget Bridge is where I saw most other content creators give up on this game. This gauntlet alone took down 7 of my runs. With the help of Beldum and Loudred, however, the Attempt 50 gauntlet goes pretty well. At this point, I know every trainer here by heart, and honestly, looking back at this footage, months later, it's actually quite hard for me to follow what's happening, because I'm going through the motions so quickly. This is a man who's been grinding this game for 50 attempts over the past week, and just wants to get back to the Elite Four.
100 Days in a Pokemon Nuzlocke, the anime, by Moxie2D.
We walked with Mango down to the lake, between some bamboo trees. Surrounded by onlooking wild Pokemon, we watched.
And Pokemon, but every step my team loses 1 HP by Small Ant.
So it has 21 HP, and we take 1 step. And now it has 20 HP. We're not gonna make it home. Well, that's our first whiteout.
And the Pokemon Challenge video of the year is... Pokemon, but I added 50 plus new types by Alpharad. Congratulations, Alpharad. This ROM idea is crazy. It's so funny, and this is very well deserved.
Thank you.
To introduce the prestigious Pokemon Video of the Year, let's bring on last year's Pokemon Challenge Video of the Year winner, John Stone.
Thanks, Ron. I'm currently live on Interstate 95, and today we're going to be taking a look at a group of creators who are really in their own lane. This year we've seen videos of actual inventions, mind-blowing animations, real-life challenges, and even scientific Pokemon research. Each year Pokemon content is only getting better and better, and let's just say when it comes to making content, they really know how to put the pedal to the metal. This isn't real. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Video of the Year. I Made Every Rotom Appliance Real by Big Rig Creates.
I made every single Rotom. But will they actually work as appliances? You know, Rotom could actually be kind of like a mascot for this channel. I mean, it's a Pokemon that surrounds itself around existing technology and becomes something completely new.
Pokemon Gym Challenges in Real Life by M&J TV Plays.
First up is the Alpharnata Gym Challenge Emotional Yoga. However, our version is Emotional Damage Yoga. PM7 and I each have to hold a particular yoga pose, and whoever holds it longer gets a point. First to 4 points wins.
The twist is that we'll be constantly pelted by Pokemon plushies that are a bit denser than they look.
Starter Pokemon Battle Royale by Terminal Montage. Objectively the best and worst Pokemon designs by Umbreon Libris.
The site presents viewers with a random Pokemon design and requests ratings on 9 different scales, from relatively objective ratings like how complex or humanoid the design is, to very subjective ones like how beautiful it is or how much you like it. The idea is to aggregate ratings from as many different people as possible so that we can use this data to better understand Pokemon designs, including what makes a good Pokemon design.
Real Life Pokemon Nuzlocke by Wolfie VGC.
Okay, it's a sweltering day here in Castelia City, so my Castelia cone is melting. So the gym challenge is I have to eat this in 30 seconds before it melts. Here we go. Ah! Oh, brain freeze. Oh no, and finger freeze. Oh no.
And the Pokemon Video of the Year is... I Made Every Rotom Appliance Real by Big Rig Creates.
Wow, I am in complete shock. Pun intended. But seriously, thank you so much for voting for my silly video. I know I'm pretty new to the Pokemon YouTuber space, so I'm just honored to have been considered next to so many big names that I've been watching for so long. I have a bunch more Pokemon projects in the pipeline, so expect more shenanigans. And I just want to thank True Green for putting this on, and of course, thank you to the fans.
It's one of the forms. Back to you, Ron.
This year we're introducing a new category to highlight and acknowledge some breakout stars among the community. To award the Rising Poketuber of the Year, please welcome one of the first Poketubers to drop on the scene, Jay Witz.
Rising Poketuber is our newest category, celebrating Pokemon YouTube channels at under 75,000 subscribers that have seen a big boost in their viewership over this past year. Whether they're channels that have blown up right away, or ones that have been established in the community for a long time and have finally gotten their big break, I'm super excited to talk about today's channels. For fun, I went and looked back and saw that it took me 4 years, almost exactly, to cross the 75,000 subscriber threshold, and I've gotta say, it is the most exciting time in your entire channel's history when you finally get that big break. You're making content that you love to make, that other people love too. It is amazing. Be sure to check out today's channels after today's show. There's gonna be a lot of amazing content creators that you might not have heard of before, but you will. Today's nominees for Rising Poketuber of the Year are King the Luck.
Pokemon fan? No thank you. I'm a Pokemon hater and I want to see them suffer. In this video, we're going to do this, except we're going to take it so much further.
Cup of Fee.
an Okidogi transformed into the rock-fighting Mega Okidogi. This Pokemon has changed its features to become more like the rock-solid mask, its fur hardening to boost its already substantial physical attack and defense.
Gentle Dude.
Hisuian Pokemon, i.e. Pokemon from the distant past, coming toe-to-toe in an all-or-nothing run of Pokemon Violet. A game centered around the concept of paradox Pokemon from the future. It sounds simply poetic, doesn't it?
Party Arlie.
Okay, I know this is an awful matchup, but what if we hit Sheer Cold? Hear me out. Let's go!
Bill Sue Art.
I'm going to be turning the epic bosses of Tears of the Kingdom into Pokemon for my Legend of Zelda and Pokemon crossover project called Link Dimension. This project is a love letter to both of those franchises and is the product of me trying to capture what makes them so great and fusing them together.
Pulse Effects.
The act of splicing is when you take apart multiple sections of a speedrun, put them together to create a much faster run, then pretend the splice run was done in a single instance of play. This method of cheating is quite common, and exactly how Jotty we obtain a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl 80% Manipulus speedrun of 101.19, which by some miracle beat the world record by exactly 1 second.
Tavi.
I want to go with this dude because this will be the first legendary pickup, and I think this could go crazy as a future form. Iron Mind lost its way seeking out the knowledge of the universe and now seeks to bring chaos to all.
Zen Mode.
Game Freak loves giving this move to Pokemon who are already fast and don't need the speed boost, as opposed to Slowmons that actually do. So I'm going to fill this slot with U-Turn, a move that, again, we get from Bugsy as a TM, but I feel like my point makes even more sense here, since U-Turn is a much more widely applicable move.
And Whoop.
A man who has spent his entire life waiting for one gullible person to step foot and have their fateful conversation with him. Let's take a look at Pokemon's most evil character, and how one small mistake can lead to the most devastating of realities.
And the rising Poketuber of the year is... Pulse Effects! Huge congratulations to Pulse Effects. This is super well-deserved this year. Pulse Effects has been a longtime member of the Pokemon speedrunning community. You may have seen his runs on things like GDQ, but only recently has Pulse Effects been taking these big runs and condensing them down into really interesting lore-style, storyteller-style YouTube videos. If you've never watched a speedrun before in your life, I really still think that you would enjoy his content.
I was just told that I might have just won the Rising Poketuber of the Year, which is beyond insane to me because every single one of these people on this list is phenomenal. And to be the winner of that list means the absolute world to me because that means you all believed in me. The longest time, I don't even know if I believed in myself, but I don't know if I'd be here if I didn't persevere and keep rising to the top. Thanks so much for voting.
Thank you to everybody and congrats to everybody who was a nominee this year. I truly believe that the new content creators are the best ones because they've been able to watch old heads like me and they know how to make videos look better. They know how to write them better. They know how to make them more entertaining, sound better, whatever it is. I truly believe that the best stuff is yet to come. I can't wait to see next year's nominees, but for now, please check out everybody from this year. Everybody's great.
Who better to introduce Pokemon Meme of the Year than the living meme himself, Purple Cliff.
Whether you first encountered them on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, or YouTube, odds are a Pokemon meme has brought you joy in the last year. While there's so many memes that include a Pokemon reference, only a few actually stem from the Pokemon community itself. The following meme formats either first exploded this year, have stayed relevant enough to still be enjoyed, or have resurrected after lying dormant for decades. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Meme of the Year. Terminally Ill Zygarde. It's been 3,000 years. Racist Pikachu. Racist Pikachu. That one. Regitube. And Incineroar Tom. And the Pokemon Meme of the Year is... It's been 3,000 years! It's been 3,000 years since this classic meme first dropped, and with Legends ZA right around the corner, we'll finally be reunited with Kalos again.
You know him, you'll love him. Moxie2D is here to introduce Fakemon of the Year.
For decades now, the designs of Pokemon have inspired artists from many different platforms and countries, and have given us a glimpse at the infinite possibilities that this franchise offers. Fakemon have existed since the beginning of this community, as I would know, and are the oldest niche that we're honoring today. Here are the nominees for Fakemon of the Year. Crunch by Vergoliphus. Jinferno by Yokaiju. Ominoth by Goombie. Whisperado by Mr. DJ Walnut. Mutinoise by Zimli. And Wallabud by Fakemans. Hey Ron, are you sure you're not forgetting one? Where's Unigriff? My one. And the Fakemon of the year is... Crunch by Vergoliphus. Let's go, Virgo. They so deserved. Honestly, they so deserved. I wish I designed that thing. It's so freaking cool.
I won. No, but seriously, thank you everyone for all your support and for enjoying what I do. I always like to work with Ron, and I hope to appear in future videos, as always. Thank you, and see ya!
Honestly, Virgo is a massive inspiration to me and a lot of artists that I know as well. Not even just in Fakemon, just in general. So, congrats on winning Fakemon of the Year. Deserved.
Now, the music section is my personal favorite part of the show, so please pay some respect for another Pokemon music connoisseur, Game Boy Luke.
Pokemon music is without a doubt the most underrated aspect of Pokemon. Ever since I first heard Red's iconic battle theme at the top of Mount Silver and Gold, Silver, and Crystal, I knew I'd never get tired of this franchise's music. And after multiple decades, no matter your opinion on the games themselves, we can all agree that the music produced for this franchise has never missed its mark. Whether it be a new banger from the most recent DLC, or an iconic tune that has gained a resurgence in relevancy, this year is no exception. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Music Theme of the Year. Blueberry Academy. Battle Terrapagos. Battle Carmine. Battle Champion Kieran. Battle Blueberry Academy. Battle Peturant. Driftvale City. Battle Ogerpon. And the Pokemon theme of the year is Driftvale City. Okay, listen, Driftvale City is an absolute banger of a theme. A Gen 5 theme winning that Toothless meme really sent this song up, huh? This thing flew on TikTok.
To introduce Pokemon Remix of the Year, it's me. Pokemon remixes are a huge part of the online Pokemon community. Whether you've heard them in the background of your favorite videos and streams, or have actively followed a bunch of these amazing music artists, I'm sure you have at least one Pokemon remix that has brought you immeasurable joy. I personally love them so much that this entire show was actually conceived as a way to share my favorite Pokemon remixes with you guys. So if you're looking to add a few more to your playlist, make sure to check out all the following remixes at the end of the show. Here are the nominees for Remix of the Year. Solage City by Steven Mix. Route 10 by Kumu. Lumio City by Zame. Treasures of Ruin by Redream. Dodo Trainer by Kamex. Blueberry Academy by Glitch City. Lentimas by Vermilion. Champion Assessment by Alter Lloyd. And the Pokemon Remix of the Year is Lumio City by Zame! Zame has been part of the Pokemon music community for a long time, making amazing remasters and arrangements, so I'm very happy we can finally honor him in one of his remixes.
Well, I gotta say I'm totally impressed by the result. Thank you so much guys for your amazing support, and of course, thank you so much Ron for showcasing my music through all these years.
To award the Pokemon Music Cover of the Year, here is the two-time Pokemon Remix of the Year winner, Glitch City.
Pokemon covers have existed since the first musician played a Pokemon game. Video game music needs to be celebrated, and many talented artists have meticulously crafted renditions of beloved Pokemon music for us to enjoy. While Pokemon remixes pick apart and recombine themes you all know and love, Pokemon covers showcase brilliant performance of original tracks using real-life instruments and a variety of genres. Make sure to fully check them out after the show. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Cover of the Year. Driftville City by Game & Sound. Sada and Turo Battle by Toxic Eternity. Your Town by Moises Nieto. The Pokemon World Tournament Final Round by God Metal. Dialga Fight to the Finish by Family Jewels. And the Pokemon cover of the year is... Let me just look at Discord. Driftveil City by Game & Sound. Congratulations to all the nominees, and congratulations especially to Game & Sound. Driftveil is one of the most beloved tracks from Black and White, and Game & Sound did a wonderful job on this track. I highly recommend that you check it out.
Hey, if you're listening to this, it means I won Pokemon Remix of the Year, so thanks so much for voting me, and I hope you'll keep listening and enjoying my music. See you soon.
Zachtoshi himself helped curate the nominees of this year's anime section, so I can't think of a better person to introduce Pokemon Anime Character of the Year.
The Pokemon anime is the most accessible way for fans to fall in love with the amazing characters this franchise has to offer. And I should know, as the anime is what got me into Pokemon. With a brand new Pokemon series, it has been amazing to finally see a brand new cast of characters develop and grow. However, keep in mind that in 2023 we got the ending of Pokemon Journeys as well as the beginning of Pokemon Horizons. So for the first time, we have two main anime protagonists nominated as Pokemon Anime Character of the Year. Here are the nominees. Liko, Roy, Freed, Amethio, Ash Ketchum. And the anime character of the year is Ash Ketchum. Honestly, not a total surprise. Last year was insane because it was the first time where Ash had to step away as the main character. It was a very impactful moment, a very sentimental moment. We finally got what Ash Ketchum's answer is to what it means to be a Pokemon master. So it only makes sense that Ash would receive this spot. It is his final year in the spotlight, and you know, what perfect way to celebrate him but also now pass the torch on to a new cast of characters that will hopefully get more shine in the coming years. So congratulations once again, Ash Ketchum. You are the anime character of the year for the year 2023.
To introduce the anime episode of the year, Ace Trainer Leon makes an appearance.
The last year has been an unprecedented time for the Pokemon anime. In the previous award show, Ash's victory over Leon won Anime Episode of the Year, but there was still one final arc in his journey. Will one of Ash's final episodes win, or will Liko and the Rising Volt Tacklers take the crown? Here are the nominees for Anime Episode of the Year. The Rainbow and the Pokemon Master, where we say goodbye to Ash. The Pendant That Starts It All, Part 1, Liko's debut. The Ancient Pokeball, a Shiny Legendary's reveal. Flying Pikachu, Rising Higher and Higher, Captain Pikachu's backstory. Rivals in the Dark Knight, the battle for Terrapagos. And the anime episode of the year is The Rainbow and the Pokemon Master. That's the episode where we said goodbye to Ash, and it really was bittersweet because as someone who started watching Pokemon when it first came to the UK in like 1999, I've watched Ash Ketchum through every single journey he's ever had, and to see that finally come to a close, and more importantly, saying goodbye to Team Rocket, it just hurt, didn't it? It was just a little bit painful.
To introduce the coolest Pokemon of the year, I picked an equally cool creator. Peachal is finally here.
If you can't tell, most people tend to enjoy the Pokemon designs that they perceive to be the coolest. Everybody has a different definition when it comes to being cool, so it's really anybody's game in this category. A Pokemon might be amazing in battle, but if it doesn't have the right amount of spice in its design, then what's even the point? Here are the nominees for coolest Pokemon of the year. This is a bill from my psychiatrist. I don't know why I'm doing this. Blood Moon Ursaluna. Hydrapple. Gouging Fire.
Jan forgot to say Terapagos, but that's really important.
Ogerpon. Raging Bolt. Archaludon. Walking Wake. And the coolest Pokemon of the year is Blood Moon Ursaluna. Congrats to Blood Moon Ursaluna for winning this award. I don't know if he's not here to accept the award tonight, so we can't. Wherever you are, Blood Moon Ursaluna, I hope that you're safe.
And for the biggest award of the show, Austin John Plays will finish us off with Pokemon of the Year.
Here we are, it's the end of the show. The very last award of the evening. The one thing that you have been waiting for, that every single award before this has been leading up to, the final magnum opus of the night. Pokemon of the Year. It's not the gameplay mechanics or the regions that we've discovered. No, it's the individual monsters that we keep in our pocket that have kept us around for decade after decade to this beloved series. And Pokemon of the Year is a prestigious title that goes to the Pokemon that has brought the fans the most amount of entertainment over the last year. Whether it's a new favorite that was introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's DLC, a Pokemon that's had some spotlight in the anime, or ones that have been predominant in the competitive scene. Here are your nominees for Pokemon of the Year. The towering powerhouse, Archaludon. The queen of competitive, Fluttermane. The hidden treasure of Area Zero, Terapagos. The champion's ace, Hydrapple. The video game and anime fan favorite, Cerulege. Our best friend, Ogerpon. The intimidating Incineroar. And the mysterious mythical Pesharunt. And the winner is Cerulege! Basically the main antagonist in the anime and a widely used Pokemon in casual play. It won coolest Pokemon category last year. Now unfortunately Cerulege was not able to be here in person and accept it because it's a character in a video game and anime, not a real person. So I have no one to give this absolutely adorable little statue of a goat that says the goat to. But this, the goat, goes to Cerulege.
Congratulations to all our winners! Subscribe for more interactive Pokemon videos like this, and please make sure to check the description for the links to all our fantastic presenters. Make sure to click the videos on screen to check out all the other True Green 7 videos, and follow True Green 7 on Twitter to know when the next poll will be out for you to participate in. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.